Have you ever wondered whether something as simple as what we eat could shape the way we think, the way we connect with God, and even the way we prepare for the future? It's a quiet question, one we usually don't ask. But once you pause long enough, you begin to realize that the choices we make every day, even the ones on our plate, can become part of a much deeper spiritual journey. Today, I invite you to slow down, breathe deeply, and reflect with me. Not with fear, not with pressure, but with peace. Because this message isn't about restriction. It's about clarity, balance, and discovering how small habits can open doors to a more grounded, spiritually sensitive life. Food is something so ordinary, yet so powerful. It affects our energy, our mood, our focus, and our emotions. And if all these things influence how we pray, how we worship, and how we think, then diet is naturally connected to spiritual life as well. This idea isn't new. Many faith traditions across the world have long understood the link between lifestyle and spirituality. Ellen White, a writer deeply respected in Christian health teachings, spoke often about how diet can shape mental clarity and spiritual sensitivity. She never approached the subject with condemnation. Instead, she viewed it as an invitation, a gentle step toward harmony between body, mind, and spirit. She wrote during a time when society was already experiencing changes in food quality, and she noted that certain foods, especially heavily processed or contaminated meats, had effects not only on physical health but also on emotional and mental balance. Today, science confirms much of what she observed long before researchers explored these connections. Diet influences hormones, the nervous system, decision-making, and even our ability to manage stress. So it's not surprising that she believed our food choices could help or hinder our spiritual clarity. But this message isn't about blaming or shaming anyone's lifestyle. Ellen White understood that people live in different environments, with different access to food and different cultural traditions. Reform, in her view, was never meant to be forced. It was meant to be gradual, personal, and guided by prayer. The question has never been, is someone better than someone else? But rather, am I open to growing toward a healthier and more spiritually aware life? Every step is valuable. Even small changes can create meaningful progress. When we speak about diet in a spiritual context, the goal is not perfection. The goal is self-control, peace, and connection. Imagine a life with more mental clarity, more emotional stability, and more strength to face challenges. Imagine approaching prayer with a rested mind, or going through your day with a calmer heart. These are the kinds of benefits that health reform aims to inspire. It's not a burden, it's a gift. And the purpose of that gift is to help us live more fully, with intentionality and awareness. But real change is rarely easy. Many people struggle with long-term habits, cravings, cultural foods, and emotional attachments to what they eat. If you've ever tried changing your diet and found yourself slipping back, you're not alone. This is part of being human. Ellen White understood this too. That's why she emphasized consistent, patient effort rather than sudden or extreme changes. The journey toward a healthier lifestyle is just that, a journey. And every honest effort counts. Sometimes the biggest challenge isn't the food itself, but the comfort we attach to it. Food is emotional. It's connected to family traditions, memories, celebrations, and stress. Changing eating patterns often means changing routines, environments, and even internal beliefs. That's why the first step is not the plate, it's the heart. Prayer, reflection, and inviting God's guidance can do far more than willpower alone. When habits change through conviction rather than pressure, the change is deeper and more lasting. In her writings, Ellen White also observed how certain foods can affect our impulses and our ability to practice self-control. Modern research now shows how some foods overstimulate the brain, affecting dopamine levels and decision-making. This can make self-discipline harder in every area of life, not just diet. When we understand this connection, we begin to see why a balanced lifestyle is so important, especially in times when the world feels stressful and overwhelming. A clear, calm mind becomes a priceless treasure. Think about the example of Jesus. His life was simple, disciplined, and focused. He cared for people's spiritual needs, but he also cared for their physical ones. Healing, restoring, encouraging better habits. He understood the deep harmony between the physical and the spiritual. Following his example doesn't mean perfection. It means seeking balance, temperance, and health so we can serve God and others with energy and clarity. And here's something many people appreciate. Ellen White always acknowledged that diet must be adapted to circumstances. Some regions have limited food options. Some families face financial challenges. Some people have health conditions that affect what they can or cannot eat. God sees all of this. Health reform is not a universal checklist, it's a principle of stewardship meant to help us care for our bodies in the best way available to us personally. No one is judged by what they lack. Instead, we are invited to grow with what we have. So, ask yourself gently, how have your habits shaped your life? Do you feel God calling you toward healthier choices? Are there small steps you've wanted to take, but haven't had the courage or consistency to begin? Wherever you are on this journey, remember that progress matters more than perfection. Each positive change makes room for greater clarity, strength, and connection. If you've experienced challenges in your diet journey, you can share them. Your story may encourage someone who feels alone in their struggle. And if you've seen progress, even small victories, share that too. Every testimony becomes a light for someone else. As we close, take a moment to reflect on this peaceful truth. God cares for your body because He cares for your joy, your clarity, your peace, and your purpose. A healthier lifestyle is not about restriction. It's about freedom. It's about becoming more aware, more connected, and more aligned with the life God desires for you. And as you walk this path, step by step, may you find strength, healing, and a deeper sense of spiritual harmony. If this message touched you, consider sharing it with someone who might need encouragement today. And if you want more reflective and uplifting content like this, subscribe, activate notifications, and join us on this journey toward balance and spiritual growth. May God bless you with clarity, wisdom, and peace, today and always.